Yavar Aliyev, 7 years old. The light in our house went out, but I could not fall asleep. When the shooting started, we went downstairs to the neighbor's basement. After a while, we ran into the woods. Armenian militants noticed us, and next to the Finnish houses, we came under fire and everybody lay on the ground. The soldiers ordered us to stand up and line up in a row. They divided the wounded and unwounded into 2 parts. Then we were taken to Hankendi. The Turk, Ahmed Dai, was beheaded there. First they forced him to raise his hands, tied him up, then beheaded him and started to play football with his head. Alan Hanım's daughter, Natavan, she was 2, was shot with a machine gun. Orjava Hatera, 8 years old. We were sleeping when some noise and thunder awakened us. I got out of bed and saw that the neighbor's house was on fire. We, mother, father, my brother and sisters, ran into the tunnel. My aunt Seville was also with us, as well as the neighbors with their 2 children. Uncle Shaikh said that we should flee into the forest. At first, both my father and mother were next to me. My little sister Haila was in mother's arms, and the other one in the hands of father. We hid again at the Nekhchivanik village. At dawn, they first shot my mom. Then they killed Aunt Seville. When they shot at me, my mom was next to me. She was all in blood, and we could not run. We lost father in the forest. I did not feel any pain. I just do not remember anything, as I was a little bit killed. Then I felt someone carrying me, but I could not see who it was. Hatera has gunshot wounds in her shoulder and chest. Her lung was hurt, with hemorrhage in pleural cavity. Her ribs were broken with bullets. Abdullaeva Haila, 18 months. Her 24-year-old mother says, "That day I stayed in my father's house. Everyone was asleep when the shooting started. We saw that everything around us was burning. All the people were running, and we also ran. Father, mother, grandmother, sister, my 2 daughters and nephew, my brother's son. We were hiding in the forest for 2 days. On the 3rd day, we were surrounded. Grandmother Gasanova Gaychek died of heart attack. Father took off his jacket to cover her. We started running. We were shot. Leaving the dead and wounded laying on the ground, we did not stop running. When we reached the foot of the mountain, my sister Layafat Abdullaeva, she was 17, said she could not longer run and sat down on the ground. I was terribly angry at her. Father took Layafat on his hands and sat down with her to the ground. She died. The father covered her with his shirt. We ran. Suddenly father stopped and cried, "Oh Allah, have a mercy for my children," and fell dead. I had nothing to cover him. We were left alone. 3 sisters, Tazagul, age 23, Hadija, age 20, and me with 2 daughters and nephew. They began to shoot us and shot a 4-year-old Visalo. Armenians came up to us, took our earrings and rings. They took us to Pirijamal, then to Hankendi. There were many girls. They burned and soldiers humiliated them. Then they brought us to Ashkeran. My daughter Visala had a terrible wound in her leg that started to decay, and she kept fainting all the time. Then the frontline soldiers managed to exchange us. Umar Salimova, 17 years old. On the night of 25 February 1992, they started to shoot heavily in Khojaly. The tanks entered the city. My brother said that the town was full of Armenians and that we should flee. When we were running, the shell killed some woman running next to me, and I was wounded in my shoulder and face. At the bottom of the ravine, I saw our neighbors and Elman Mamadov. Crossing the stream, we crawled towards the ditch to hide from the shell and bullets. When it started dawning, we saw the Armenians near the ditch. Guliyev Falek was shot in his mouth. In front of his wife, they started to break his head. When his wife, Rakilia Guliyeva, cried, she was shot too. The year-old Samir called on his head, mother crying. I mean, he was crying loudly, very loudly. The Armenian smashed his head with the butt of the gun. The stroke was very strong. Some Armenian grabbed me and dragged me somewhere. When he was beating me, trying to make me move more quickly, we were stepping over dead bodies lying on the ground. Someone started shooting near us and hit me in the arm. I fell down and started to bleed. The Armenian ran to the direction they were shooting, and I tried to get to the dead on my hands and feet. I did not feel any pain and pretended to be also dead. When it became dark, I crawled back to the wood. Then I crawled a little more, then more and more. When I finally heard the Azerbaijani speech, I shouted, Mother. I do not remember anything else. When I woke up, I was in hospital. Akhayarova Sadagat, Hüseyin Kızı, mother of 3 children, became childless overnight. We spent 5 days in the woods. 2 children were shot, they died of wounds. Roman got frozen. Akhayarov Nabi, 10 years old. Akhayarova Sevinch, 7 years old. Akhayarov Roman, 6 years old. Aisha Allahverdieva, 1 year old. Died on 23rd December 1991 of frostbite when her parents were trying to escape from Meshali village in Xojalı region. Sadikov Elshan, 15 years old. On 27th November 1991, he came under fire from the Armenian village Kanatsakh while playing in the yard of his house in the Jamili village. The boy was killed. Guliyev El Sevan, 11 years old. He was shot in the right arm 25 February 1992 while trying to escape from Xojalı. Abdullaeva Vusala, 8 years old, amputated leg after a gunshot wound. Huseinova Gulnaz. On 23rd July 1993, the shelling of our village, Shelli, in the Agdam region started. I was hiding in the pit with my 3 children all night long. The children were crying from fear. In the morning, the tanks and armored troop carriers began to surround our village. I took up the 2-year-old Elmira and ran. My other kids, Nuradin, age 7, and Esmira, age 9, ran after me.